We're live on the Paul Pluta channel. We're asking heavy-hitting questions today with my good friend, Clive. How are you today, Clive?
Great. How about yourself, Pontiff?
Lackluster and lazy. It's a Sunday
Listless.
in Australia.
I was going to say listless.
Listless.
Yes.
Yes.
Not listless, listless.
I see. Now, Clive, today we've got some very important topics, and we want to see what your opinion is on these things. Clive.
Yes.
You are somebody who likes a bit of attention.
Nah. We all like a bit of attention, don't we?
Today's topic is frustrations of an expensive watch nobody notices.
Okay.
So this is particularly with the Pateks and brands like that there. The frustration of wearing a fine watch like Patek and no one noticing it. What do you think?
Well, that happens all the time. I mean, you know,
a lot of people aren't wristwatch people, are they? A lot of people are not wristwatch people. And I got to be honest with you, I got to be honest with you. I had a president many years ago when I was young, in my 20s. And I don't know if I really care for attention. Wristwatch check, Clive. I'm wearing the Explorer 2. What are you wearing there? What's that thing you're wearing there?
you know, actually, it's just something on loan, but it's a Bulova vintage diver from the 70s.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it really is, actually. It's almost a transitional because it has the dive bezel and the funky little indices of the later oceanographic. So it's kind of, yeah, even for a Bulova, it's a bit of an oddball. And this was actually made in America, so an American diver.
That's when you actually had manufacturing jobs in America as opposed to now.
Shiner!
So the thing is this, see, I had a president, and in Brisbane, no one even noticed a gold president. I never really got much comments on it. And when I did get comments, I didn't really like the feedback. I got to be honest with you, I didn't really like, if you work in an environment, an office place, they notice your watch. Is that a Rolex? Is that a that? Is that a that? No, it's not a Rolex. No. And there's nothing worse. The next question is, how much did that cost? Isn't that so rude or not?
What's even more rude is that's not real, is it?
It's like going up to somebody's engaged. They just told you they got engaged. Show me the ring. Show me the ring. And then saying, how much did that cost? That'd be so rude, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But on the other hand, chicks do well. The trouble is, we have to ask that. Chicks kind of know. They almost have like, yeah, they almost have like jeweler's loops built in. They're almost like scanning it over, trying to calculating the worth mentally, because they can do that. Yeah, but on the other hand,
but you like your praise. That's partly the reason that's fueled your collecting frenzy, is that you go to court, you're with other attorneys, and they say, oh, what watch are you wearing today?
Yeah, I do. I have become the wrist guy, actually. I'm almost the minty pontiff of Oklahoma County Courthouse.
Do any of the judges talk to you about watches, or is just the...
Sometimes they'll notice. Sometimes they'll notice. The younger ones will. The older ones really don't give a flying fig. As a matter of fact, there's John Martino is wearing a. I'm looking over. I catches my eye. I start walking over, and they said, "Of course, Clyde's going to notice the Rolex."
Who's John Martino? So don't mind me asking. Who the hell is John Martino?
Yes, younger guy, actually, pretty sharp guy. Also does criminal defense, and yeah, asking you. So Well, and again, I told the story before because I said, "Oh, let me. Is that a ceramic submariner with date?" And he said, "Yeah." So I said, "Oh, hold mine while you're doing. Hold mine." I handed my reversal, and that just blew his little mind.
Yes, yes. It's always good to have a bit of one-upmanship with the young Turks, don't you think?
You gotta show him a little bit. You gotta show him. And I said, "What?" And then I nodded agreement. And I walked back. I walked back and looked at him, and he said, "I didn't buy it retail, sir. I didn't pay retail, sir."
Yes, yes, yes.
Your message is being preached. The gospel is being delivered.
Not that I get a kicker out of it. Not that I get a kicker out of it.
Well, on the other hand, there's certain intangibles you can't measure. And like I said, again, when I was on the live chat, when I was registering my reverso, when the representative from JLC
yes.
called you a friend of the, actually said, "Oh yes, we're quite well aware who he is. He's a friend of the brand." I should have screenshot. I should have.
That is amazing. That is absolutely.
Can you really put a price on that?
That is worth something to be known by these people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That is very cool. That is really cool. That is super cool.
But you know, and it really, and again, as someone else's point, as another one of your super collectors pointed out, you wear a Rolex to get attention. And you're lucky to get it even then. And that's only because most of the unwashed Philistines, even they know what a Rolex is. A Patek Philippe is almost stealth wealth comparatively.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I mean, that's very true, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, like I said, crick in my neck or whatever, and the owner of the massage parlor close to where I live, I mean, like I said, when I walked in, I said, "Oh my," I said, "Wow, is that a Royal Oak?" That just made his effing day.
I can imagine it would.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. Of course, it's really hard to tell because it's kind of dark in a massage parlor, which you kind of want it dark in a massage parlor. The only thing that
worries me is that you're getting massages from dudes. I mean, come on, Clyde. No. That is so uncool. That's so uncool, Clyde.
He was up there taking the money. Look. Let's go to the UI channel and see who has. Okay, let's go to the UI channel and see how many videos are on there about. Well, I better not say that because he's likely to do that. Hopefully not. Anyway, but no, he was up front taking the money. So, and like I said, so I think he was just delighted that someone knew what it was. But really, you wear a watch for your benefit. You know, a watch is for you to tell the time, not for anyone else, unless you're Flavor Flav and you're wearing an alarm clock around your neck.
So you wear an AP these days for attention. Rolex is 70s. Now it's entry level. I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think among the watch Illuminati it is, yeah. But I'd say for most people, no. Most people are, if they know anything, they'll know what a Rolex is. And half the time they'll probably suspect it's a fake anyway.
Do you hate that? Is that real? That can't be real, can it? Is that what they say to you?
Yeah, well, I've had that a few. No, actually, no. I've never had anyone say that to me. But then again, if you're going around in a suit and tie all day, they kind of assume.
Now, I find this interesting. I find this very interesting. You yourself, even when you wear the Reverso, which is not a Reverso, is the JEWELLERY is not a known brand besides watch geeks.
Right.
People could still see the quality. That's quite an interesting point you've raised there, isn't there?
Oh yeah, and that's just by even looking at the design, the Art Deco styling, and the guillotine. But it's when you that's even before they realize. That's even before they realize that it is a reverso. Now, once they see the reverso, you pull it out and pull the second face out, then that just blows their little minds.
Yes.
They view it as witchcraft. And by the way, it is 11:05 in Brisbane, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Very, very precise there.
That's because the black hand is set to Brisbane time.
Brisbane time. So cool. So does that annoy you? Oh, I suppose in my own case, I don't really wear things for attention. I am the pontiff. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I wear things for my own benefit. If someone says, "Hey, nice watch, what is it?" That's okay. It's cool, but I don't even care anymore because I'm not in the workforce. I stay home and make videos. I work for myself now. I'm not out there to impress. I will tell you a funny story about status and watches. Do you want to hear this?
Go ahead.
I was working at this place, and I was just a lower level computer tech there. I did desktop support. I installed the PCs, put software on, I did all the IT stuff, right? But this was an engineering company. It was KBR. There's a job to do. Somebody's got to do it. There's a job to do. You know that place?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Anyhow.
American outfit?
Now, as far as it goes there, this guy, he noticed I had a, he said he noticed one of my watches once. And I happened to have my whole collection at work that day because I took it in to show someone else. I said, "Hey, you like watches? I'll show you a watch." And I had two Pateks, my AP, my Royal Oak, my Breguet, and my Reverso. That was the Archie 5. Archie 5. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, he called me Mr. Pluta. Because I had some amazing watches. He never... Sometimes people, when they see Patek, they think Patek's $100,000 watch. I mean, they can be, but some of them, you know what I'm saying? Mine weren't that expensive.
The JEWELLERY, like I said, they literally said, "What did this watch cost? Like $60,000?"
And it's funny that...
And I can lie, that felt good. That felt really good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, yes, yes. They it's quite interesting. People. I find it. One thing I did do. I don't like to talk about staff or people I've done things with, but I did this collection of programs with a young lady at one stage.
Mimi T?
We don't mention her name, of course. Oh,
okay.
But I showed her these watches. What is this worth? And she had, she's looking at these watches. What's it worth? What's it worth? And I had cheapies and expensive ones thrown into the mix.
Right.
And that was very, very interesting. That was a very interesting sort of.
So she's wanting to know. She's wanting to know how much each one costs, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get her to guess it. That's a great thing to ask someone who knows nothing about watches. Is it quality? Is it cheap? Is it, because a lot of these brands, like a normal person wouldn't have really heard of Breguet, would they?
No.
They'd heard of Omega, Tag Heuer, Rolex. What else? They would have heard of a few things, but something like a Breguet or a JEWELLERY, even an IWC, I don't think most people outside of watches, then they may have heard of a Breitling because of John Travolta. Cartier they would have heard of, yes.
If they're older, especially.
Yes, exactly right. So it's quite fascinating that. I remember one time I used to work in a jewelry store. I told you this, right?
Right.
I was trying to learn the business because I wanted to work out whether I should start. I decided to work out whether I wanted to have my own jewelry store, but I discovered it's a crappy business, okay? And you'd always compliment people on something. So, this guy had a two-tone. Nice Rolex, nice Submariner, I said. He had a two-tone bluesy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a pompous pompous legal guy, just like, oh, I won't go. You know what these fucking legal eagles are like? They're pompous as fuck. You know what I mean? They're just arrogant fuckers. The legal fraternity has got some real fuckers in it. Oh, sorry, Clyde. No offense meant. No offense meant, Clyde.
No offense taken.
And he said to me, "Oh, what are you wearing? Oh, and what watch do you wearing?" Because I commented him on his Rolex. I said, "Oh, this is beautiful. What a lovely watch." I was trying to, you know, he goes, "Oh, what watch are you wearing?" Like a smart ass legal eagle that he is, right? I said, "It's a little known, family owned Swiss brand you've probably never heard of." I had my Calatrava on. That flew him across the room.
Because he probably knew what
he knew what it was. He did know what it was. That made it so sweet.
And that was extra patronizing to him as well.
Yes, yes.
Basically,
you know,
you had a nicer watch on and you insulted his watch intelligence.
Yes, yes. You probably never heard of it. It's a small family-owned Swiss company. Just hang on. I got to take this call urgently. Just hang on. Hello.
Not a problem. No, Captain Zed.
Your live show going? How can I help you?
Stay married to her. Stay married to her. It's God. You want to talk about expensive?
That was the sucker horn. Sucker horn.
No, you only do that when he's on the comments.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Okay. Now I got to tell you, that's the thing. It's very interesting stuff.
And for the people that just tuned into the channel just now, what do you mean by ABE sponsored live show?
Well, he paid me $100 to run some live shows on topics that he's chosen. So he's basically ABE sponsored this whole couple of segments, and you could do the same. You send me $100 with a couple of video ideas, live show ideas, and I could hold them in your honor. Hold them in your honor. And I'll tell you a sad story. Do you want to hear a sad story, Clive?
Go ahead.
The guy who, when I was at KBR, who said, "Hey," I showed him my watch collection. He actually had a Rolex Datejust that belonged to his father that was stolen. He was too scared to wear it, so he left it at home. And then one day it was bloody. Someone broke in and pinched it. So sometimes, Clive, you should just wear these watches.
Absolutely. Which
you know
watch
what I
are
mean?
you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing the Polar Explorer 2. Polar Explorer 2. What are you wearing?
And you're about to sell that and buy a Submariner, right?
I don't know if I can be bothered, to be honest, Clive. I've always been an Explorer 2 man. No, I think I'll just stay with it. I'm not really that keen on it. It was just.
But look. See, you're kind of forgetting your overall status here in the market. Now you've talked it up. You've topped up the Explorer 2. Sell it when it's high, and then start talking
when it's low.
Yes, exactly. Then start talking the Explorer 2 down. Man, I'm really glad I got rid of that Explorer. And then when the price falls again, then you buy another one. See? What good is having the power if you do not use the power? Actually, and like I said, just my little, of course, I'm wearing it upside down. Derp. Well, actually, no, I guess that works out. I'm just wearing my little Bulova on loan from Uber-Oki's Pocket Jeweler Glenn.
So I got to tell you, I don't really wear watches for other people's attention anymore. You know, I'm not in the job scene. I don't have a job. I don't go to work. I kind of don't play that game anymore.
Right.
$5, Mr. Pfister. Archie, it's time to give Clive an official title. Since you are the pontiff, what title can we give Clive? Well, what can we give you? Let me think of that. Oh, my God. Do you want to be an archbishop?
No, I prefer the term unofficial cardinal.
Cardinal Clive.
Unofficial cardinal.
I see. How about a prior? Do you want to be a prior?
in my line of work, prior it's not a good thing to have.
Oh, okay.
Priors.
Monsignor?
Sure. But on the other hand, I view myself as an unofficial cardinal because the purpose of a cardinal is to whisper in the ear of the Pope.
I see.
At least that's why
Cardinal
I understand.
Clive, there we go. You're officially now a cardinal, okay?
I like unofficial because then I can spell it with the PH.
Okay. Okay, Clive.
Anyway, thank you.
Done.
So
there we go.
I'm now officially an unofficial cardinal.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I like
Beautiful.
I like.
How about your watches, Clive? Have you seen many watches in the wild? Tell me about watches.
You know, what I have really been seeing lately, believe it or not, is bluesy and purple subs.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they draw attention. And
Tell me this.
everyone...
When was the first time you remember hearing about Rolex?
Probably American Psycho back in the 80s.
You joke. That's my line, Clyde.
No, that's the first. Do you think anyone in Clinton, Oklahoma knew what a Rolex was? No.
You read the book. The movie didn't come out. Sorry?
Well, no, the book was in the 80s. The movie was later.
So that's how you first... And did you want a Rolex once you read American Psycho?
That's why I first became aware of it. I'll put it that way. To me, even at the time, it's like, well, I'll never have the money for a Rolex. That's something rich people wear.
You never aspired to it? You were an attorney.
I was an attorney back then.
Well, how old were you when you became an attorney?
25.
Thank you, Captain Zed. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Captain Zed, any question or anything you want to cover or not, Captain Zed? Oh, Captain Zed also, his wife is Jenny Yaxter, who's actually one of the few females on the boards, and she's also an attorney.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, actually, Captain Zed, yeah, your wife is pretty and smart. Respect us, man.
Yes, very, 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 very cool.
Just don't ever piss her off.
No.
Also, if you're married to a cop, don't ever piss them off.
Okay. Okay. Clive, let me ask you this. When did you first notice Rolexes in the wild? So the first time you'd even heard of a Rolex was American Psycho.
Practicing when you, just like the older guys would wear Rolexes, I guess. If they were halfway well, I noticed they would have later on, a two-tone date just. And the ones who were the real hot shits would be wearing a present.
Oh, you can remember this. You remember this.
Yeah, because you remember the watch, and then
Did you not have a jewelry store that sold Rolexes in Oklahoma? New Rolexes?
We haven't had one in Weatherford, 15 miles away. And actually, yeah, it's kind of thing that I do remember. They always did advertise Rolex, and you're just like, okay. Did
you ever go in there to see how expensive they were and get shocked?
No, I never did.
Why's that?
I just assumed it would always be out of my price bracket.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And when did you get your first one? How old were you?
Literally 2 years ago.
Literally 2 years ago.
Yes.
And what did you think? What made you buy one? Tell me this. From thinking,
well, I was looking around the Craigslist, and I thought, I wonder if they have Rolexes. I mean, something caught my mind. I mean, caught my eye about it. I thought, I wonder if they have Rolexes on Craigslist. And so it's like, well, God, there's one. I can get that one for. I mean, talked them down to $1,500 for like for an Oyster Perpetual, stainless steel, silver case, white gold hands. Like, well, that's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the Candyman. The first taste is always the cheapest, or free, but never free with the Rolex. the drama mama, got me a Invicta, which was pretty much a ripoff of a two-tone sub. Yeah, two-tone sub.
Well, you could say to drama mama, I'm still wearing it. Show them your bluesy.
That's not bad. That's not. No. If it was a guy, you could get away with it. Women would instantly know. They would instantly know. It's like the Terminator scanning things with the little readouts and like values and probably, you know, MSRP and secondhand value and evaluation. You know, no. So she'd know instantly.
So tell me this. That's how you bought your first Rolex. You decided you basically you saw it on Craigslist and you bought one for yourself.
Right.
Nice. And then you came across my videos.
That is correct.
And
I started looking more upscale ones, and I thought, President, you know, the stainless steel was all right, but you know, gold wouldn't be nice. And I came across the video that you did on the 1803 with the oyster clasp. Yeah, that was almost a scholarly work. That literally on the Google pay. It wasn't even searching on YouTube. It was like this third result down on Google.
Yeah, I see. That's amazing.
It really was. So that's why I almost think doing the earlier reference works, where you go into detail about a particular reference. I think that is what draws people into the channel. That's what drew me in. And then I enjoy the entertainment value as well. Yes,
I see.
Yes, vintage Rolex watches. 1803 is nice, but it's not a quick set. On the other hand, mine is an LBJ, and I also like having the gold oyster clasp on mine. Mine's not the hidden one. It's the old-fashioned oyster clasp, which, you know, you really don't find a lot of those these days.
Captain Zed's got 2 questions to ask. Come on, Captain Zed, fire up! Fire in the hole, Captain!
So we're going to answer questions for free?
No, Captain Zed sent us money before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Okay. Good point. Thanks.
Yes,
sushi? What are those? Petit bonds?
Dice.
Oh, dice. Okay. What are the pink? Okay.
Tell me this. This Journey wristwatches. Were you ever into cars much? Did you ever desire to have an expensive automobile?
You know, a couple Avalons. I had a Trans Am when I was a kid, so that's
yes. You told me the story. The Eagle was $200 back then.
Everything was $200 back then. That was back when $200 actually meant something.
Your girlfriend wrote it off, didn't she?
She wasn't my girlfriend much long after that.
Was she sorry?
Oh, I'm sure she was. Not sorry enough. Okay, go back. He already asked the questions. I asked them look back, okay? Captain Zed, I'll look for it real quick. I had those 2 questions.
He's asking something about, I can see one question. Trade my Reverso 976 and Ballon Ross and buy an FP Jean Elegant 48 or a big pilot. Am large. No, keep the Reverso 976. That's a classic. That's one of the grand Reverso. I love the 976 Reverso. I wouldn't be trading that for nothing. But get rid of the Ballon Ross. That was a mistake. What made you buy that? That was a stupid mistake. Okay, very stupid mistake.
Okay.
Or just fuck it and sell my Kermit and GMT and go Patek Equinaut. Well, the Equinaut is a great watch, but I think they're overpriced. I'd rather keep your Kermit and your GMT. I reckon keep your Kermit, your GMT, keep the Reverso, and get rid of that fucking Ballon Ross. That's my advice. There you go. That's what I'd say. What do you think, Clivey?
Agreed. Yeah. Kermit. Yeah, Kermit's only going to go up in value.
I mean, a Patek is overrated. The Equinaut is just... They're a great watch. They're a great watch, but come on.
Not enough to cash in. not enough to cash in an entire collection for.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Of course, he doesn't say what kind of GMT as well, but yeah, yeah.
No worries. Clive, tell me this.
No, there's a nice quote from Boeing Fear.
Yeah.
I not have sex with you. I give you juice. I give you breakfast. I not want nothing from you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Burger King. You'd have to put money in the cookie jar for me to answer this question. Sorry. Wah, 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 wah. You got to put money in the cookie jar.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Coke, GMT Coke 2004. Yeah, well, don't sell that. That's a great one.
No, absolutely not. No. Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. That's exactly right. Don't be stupid. And I got to tell you, Clive, I think watches are very much I don't really give a stuff what other people think. I really don't care about that anymore.
Yeah, but you have to. But if someone notices, that's a fringe benefit, is the way I see it.
Yeah, yeah, it is cool. It is cool. It is cool.
I'm not gonna deny it. But on the other hand, you know, you've also taken your love of watches and you kind of spun it off into like a supplemental or a second career, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose I have, Clive.
Yeah, I mean,
19,000 a year. I don't know if you call that successful or what would you call that?
Well, if English was a second language, I suppose it'd be successful.
Look, it's successful if I lived in a low-cost place like Bangkok or Vietnam or the Philippines. But considering I live
or if you're an illegal immigrant, yes.
But if I'm living in a high-cost country like Australia, it's not so great. It's very high cost here. That's the problem. It's an expensive place to live and reside. I'm thinking about leaving sooner.
How could someone help you with your living expenses?
They could super chat, or they could PayPal, or they could sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon lets you send as little as $1 a month, and it keeps me full-time on YouTube. Man cannot live on Google Ads alone. Clive, let me ask you this. I just want to probe you a little bit more. So when did you start looking at people and saying, oh, what sort of watch is he wearing? When did you start doing that?
Actively and beforehand, it was something you just notice. It's almost like background noise.
What do you notice with the criminal type? What watch are they? Are they more likely or less likely to have a nice watch?
Less likely, but they're more likely to notice.
Your watch?
Yeah.
Have you had the criminal type notice your watches?
Oh, yeah. Actually,
what do they say?
Yeah, nice watch, or they'll just note that the lowest of the criminal class, and also the well-to-do. The well-to-do also tend to notice that as well. The lower echelons, the brighter and the flashier it is. Like if you're doing criminal defense, like a president is awesome bang for buck. You know, they tend to notice the flashier the watch, the more they tend to notice. The more well-to-do tend to appreciate more discreet watches, I think.
What have you had criminals say to you about your watches?
Nice Rolex, man.
Does that worry you, considering some of them have had armed robbery, burglary, break-and-enter charges? Does that worry you?
No, because usually I meet them in the courthouse, which usually tends to be filled with armed law enforcement officers. So I'm not terribly, yeah. It's not like you can easily run in and run out, because at every exit there are guys with guns.
I see. I see. Tell me this. When did you start judging people on the watch they wear? Do you judge people on the watch they wear?
Yeah, I hate to admit there's some younger guys that I see all the time, and just wearing huge, like freaking Invictas that are like massive and gold plated. It's just like, you're trying too hard, kid. You're trying too hard. and they almost look like manacles, for Pete's sake.
How many out of 100 people you see? How many would have an expensive watch on, a nice watch?
Well, considering I'm usually sitting at council table, I would say most.
Okay. Now, tell me this: do you?
A couple of GMTs, Submariners, are prevalent. Older guys date justs. Older, very successful guys, presidents.
Okay.
If they're just starting out, maybe mom and dad got them a date, oyster date for graduating school. Okay. Oh, there's Burger King trying again for a free question.
He's coming in for a free question, Burger Guy. You'd have to send some money. I'm sorry, Burger Man.
Damn people in Oklahoma must have shitas? Money and shitas.
Captain Z just sent me $5. Thank you, Captain Z. He's a cool guy, Captain Z.
Yeah. And and I've seen Jenny Yaxter on there before, and I'm in the fact that he snagged her, I'm even more impressed with him.
Yes. We can PayPal anything. You can PayPal as well. PayPal's fine.
But the trouble is, if they PayPal, Super Chat pops up instantly.
Yes, but they can PayPal. We don't want to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution. No worries. Now I got to say, Clyde, tell me this: in your case, right?
Right.
You go somewhere. Do you immediately look when you see a woman? You look straight at her bust line, and then you look at her watch. False or true?
True. Absolutely. Well, yeah. Actually, yeah.
When you see a man for the first time, you go straight to his wrist. What's he wearing?
That, and also women tend to look at shoes.
Do you trust snooty people? I have a Vacheron Malt large calendar white gold. It's early 2000, I think. What do you think? I love Vacheron as a great brand. I wouldn't sell any Vacheron, and they're soft. So if you're going to sell it, you're going to get resold on the price. I would keep it. I would keep it. I would keep it. There's nothing wrong. The Vacheron's a great watch. Keep it and enjoy it.
Did Captain Zed send us? Oh, okay. Yes, you are sending. You're answering it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Clive, I got to tell you, what do you think of snooty people who have shitty watches? Like you look at their wrist, you think, oh, that could be expensive. Oh no, it's just a piece of shit. Does that annoy you? That's what really annoys me.
No, to me, it's almost an indication. It's almost like, okay, they're all pretense.
Do any judges have expensive watches?
No, I don't think so. No, because in Oklahoma, judges are elected officials, so therefore, it's almost like being it's like being a politician with a law degree. You don't want to. And by the way, I was showing respectos to Captain Zed for his wife. Yes,
I know. He's just real.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, there's been a lot of times where I've had engaged in the comments by Jenny Yaxter with some really good questions. So that makes sense that she has the analytical skills of an attorney. But no, I mean, to me, you can almost tell that they're trying to pretense, I guess. Either pretense or you realize that they don't know what they're talking about. Now, Rivermatic also says if a woman has a nice watch, I won't even notice if she's topless. Let's not go too far here, River. Let's honestly rein it in a little bit.
Yes, Clive. You see someone. You look at if they've got an expensive watch. Does that mean much to you, or what do you say?
Well, in a lot of ways, you can tell. I mean, sometimes someone with a beat-up old Rolex, to me, that says old money.
Oh, I see.
Now, this little thing, I know. Oh, yeah, yes, it is Rolex. Okay, yeah, it's a good watch.
That's what you say, is it?
If I was classy and shit like that, I probably would, but no.
I see.
But I would no. But actually, just talk. I mean, but actually, you talk about the watch. You get to share about the watch.
I see.
And I also mentioned Archie Luxury.
And what do they say?
Who's Archie Luxury?
Yes, that's terrible. How many people know who I am? In your circle of friends?
Well, no, believe it or not, there have been times where I've been on Craigslist or something like that, or back and forth, and they're saying, "Hey, wait a minute. I've been recognized. I've been recognized on the program. I'll put it that way."
I see.
Yeah. Are you Clyde? Are you that Clyde? Then again, like there's like a whole ton of Clydes around. And I just realized I so opened myself for a weight joke on the comments, but have at it. But yeah, actually, no, you actually do have people around here that know who you are, even in Oklahoma.
Wow, that's amazing. I'd love to come to Oklahoma. Is there much to do there?
No, there's not. Dallas is what you should do. You definitely have more fans and friends in Dallas. There's definitely a lot more to do. Texas is a lot more laid back. They're a lot more fun loving. Oklahoma and Texas, it's hard to describe. I mean, we're all primarily Baptists in this area, but Texas, it's like Catholics in the Northeast. Yeah, they say they're Catholics, but they don't really pay a whole lot of attention to what the Pope says.
I see.
Yeah, a little bit more fun-loving, a little bit more independent down there. Actually, yeah. And, and some of these oil field gals can be fun, too. You might, oh my God, yeah, it'd be like Love Actually, where the guy...
How about Bagnall, Maine? Bagnall, Maine. Is that a good place to visit?
Never been there. Never been to Maine. That's on the other side of the country.
You don't know something about Bagnall, Maine? A lot of Stephen King novels are set there. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I was aware of that. But Steve, also a lot of, however, the main setting is Pittsburgh area. And, well, or am I thinking of the guy that, I might be thinking of George Romero. Never mind. But then again, Stephen King does also talk about drinking Iron City beer, too, a lot.
If I came to America, what watch should I wear?
Tuffy.
World time.
No, that would make you appear to be a communist. I'd say Rolex. I'd say the Explorer 2.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It's a very interesting talk there indeed, Clive. Very interesting indeed. Tell me this, Clive. I just want to probe you a little bit more before I go there. When you see someone you haven't seen for a long time, well, I suppose you judge everyone by the watch they wear, don't you? You immediately look at their wrist.
And the saddest part is all the people with naked wrists.
You're joking.
No.
I see. Have you ever dated a woman who wore a Rolex?
No, actually.
Any decent wristwatch?
Not really, no. Come to think of it. Especially starting out, the women basically picked up interest in wristwatches, I guess, from me.
And they bought something nice?
Well, no one that used to have a Rolex, but at the time she was given one by I think an aunt, but she didn't realize the importance of the Rolex. She was just like, oh, okay, cool, thanks.
And what happened to it?
I think she got rid of it, or may have been misplaced or lost. She's like, I wish I'd known at the time how important it was. But when you're young, you don't think about those things. But I mean, but then again, like I said, I can remember. It's just the way you're brought up. Really, I just remember literally having to go through like a large public park.
Yes, Paul. I got Bugsy Malone. I got your money. Did you want to ask a question, or did you want me to do a paid video review?
Oh, okay. Now Captain Zed is saying that his spouse, who I will not name specifically, so I will not be accused of perving on her, has a Datejust, a Panerai radio mirror, and a reverse sew duo.
Very cool.
Wow, I'm more impressed the more I hear. Anyway.
So tell me this, you never actually dated a woman who wore an expensive watch?
No.
How did you know the story about the girlfriend who had the Rolex? How did that come up?
Because they became aware of my involvement of the Archie Luxury channel.
And what did they say? Which woman is this if you use code talk? Drama Mama?
Hometown Honey.
Okay. Oh, that was ages ago, Clyde. That was years ago.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And they had a Rolex. What type? Two-tone, steel?
I think it was a woman's. I think it was a steel date. I think it was a steel Datejust. Mike Hydrophonetic. I had a girlfriend called
Patina.
Actually, when you get to be our age, Mike, they're all anyway.
Yes. Yes, that's true, Clyde. We're getting old. So, Clyde, if I wanted to go to America for a while, what's the longest I can get a visa to come in for?
I don't know. I don't practice immigration law.
Okay. So if I came out...
They have this thing called Google, though.
Okay.
Alexa, what's the longest you could get an immigration visa for the United States?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, she doesn't know shit.
Okay. Okay. So do you reckon I should? I'm thinking about going to America in the future. Not at the moment. I got a couple things. I got a couple problems. I'll come for a while. Okay.
Okay. Dallas. Dallas. Fun. Dallas has a fun and vibrant nightlife.
Yes. Would you buy a car and travel around America? Is that a good way to go?
Necessary, yeah. Our public transport sucks. We don't even have...
The maximum duration of stay on a B1, B2 visa is 6 months.
Yeah.
That's okay, isn't it? 6 months. That's long enough.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't stay that long.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be that hard for you to get a visa, you being white and everything.
Normally 90
you
days.
Are white, right?
Yes.
Right.
You normally stay for 6 months. 3 months, 90 days is long enough.
Absolutely.
Well, that's fine. I might actually do a tour visiting fans. Is it okay?
Yeah, there are a lot of fans in Dallas. You've got fans in New York City. Blaze and Mark is there, and quite a few other people. I think you've got some fans in Boston. You've only got a couple in Oklahoma City. It's just pretty much me and Nasty Vinyl Cody.
Yes. I'd love to do a US tour. You know that?
Right.
Just takes... How much... Do I need a lot of money to visit America or not?
A fair amount. Now, however, what you could do, I was thinking about Stephen Fry going around the United States in like a London cab.
Yeah, that was a great series, wasn't it?
Right, it was. Maybe you could go around in a van and you could stay in the van.
Suicide van? Suicide van!
I wasn't thinking about the suicide van, but that would actually kind of work, yeah. But I was thinking like Dumb and Dumber, where they were doing the dog grooming thing and they had the outside of the van with fur on it to look like a dog. You could do it up to look like a kangaroo.
Oh, I see. Motels are pretty cheap in America, aren't they? Motels, if I want to do Route 66, motels are pretty cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot cheaper west of the Mississippi. East of the Mississippi, they get a little bit more expensive.
How much are motels a night? $50?
Maybe 75. That's why you get the van.
Okay, so I can broadcast and ask people, Archie, I'm coming into town. Anyone can put me up for the night, can't I? I could do live shows like that.
And do live shows on location from there.
Yes, what do you think?
Why not?
Route 69.
Actually, I'm right by Route 66.
I see. You are?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
It's amazing how well they made that route. I mean, it's amazing how well they made it, though. Because in Oklahoma, there's large sections of Route 66 that are unaltered.
Is that right?
Original construction, yeah. They made it, of course, they made them out of slabs of concrete with little expansion joints. Mm-hmm. Some people doesn't like that because you got the katung, but the road lasts forever.
Yes, because it was to link one side of America to the other side, wasn't it?
Right. Also, Dwight David Eisenhower had something to do with it when he was president. I think he was lieutenant. He was in charge of taking a convoy of troops from literally one side of the country to the other, and he realized what a ginormous pain in the ass it was. So the interstate highway system was actually kind of like the Autobahn in Nazi Germany was a self-defense measure.
I see. Because it was so hard to do.
Right.
Beautiful.
My dad would tell me stories about driving on Route 66 as a kid. Mm-hmm. And there's always this one big hill climbing out of the Canadian River Valley. And he said there was always a traffic jam right there because what would happen, the old Model Ts would have to stop and turn around and back up, go up it in reverse because they didn't have enough torque to go up it forwards. They only had enough torque in the reverse gear.
You're joking.
No, actually, yeah, bunch of good stories about that. That's maybe you could go to Kentucky
and do a KFC review.
Exactly, the home of the original KFC. Now, Oklahoma,
I'd have to have original. I couldn't get hot and spicy there, could I?
Well, they would probably have it. Oklahoma, we're actually more known for chicken fried steak, believe it or not.
I see.
And it's a steak that's essentially chicken fried.
Hungry Jack's is Burger King because they couldn't register the name Burger King in Australia. So it's basically the same concept. Right.
Exactly. And even Hungry Jack's is, the logos and everything are identical.
Yes. But you got Popeyes. Do you like Popeyes chicken?
Yeah, actually, yeah, they're decent. Like I said, I've been on the way. I've been trying to diet. Well, I have been dieting lately, so I haven't really had any.
It's not really good for you, Clive. You know that,
don't you? No, it's not. No, it's not. Rotisserie chicken is actually pretty decent.
Yes.
$5. Super chat, Vladimir, Super Ocean Heritage 42 millimeter with steel mesh bracelet for 4,000 Aussie. Good deal. Used.
I think it's reasonable. I like the Breitling Heritage. 4,000. I think that's what you got to pay for it. It's not a bargain. 3 would be a bargain, but I think it's very doable for a diver. It's a nice looking watch. It's only got an ETA movement in it, but it's a very I like it. I quite like it. I would that's quite reasonable.
Now again, Captain Zed. Actually, come to Houston and go to an Asian sex studio. They're all over. Oh my God, yeah. Actually, yeah. In Texas and Oklahoma, there are lots of Asians down here. Vietnamese primarily in Oklahoma City.
Why are there so many Vietnamese in Oklahoma City?
Because I think they talked him into coming here because they didn't know any better.
Oh, I see. Have they been a good thing for Oklahoma City?
Absolutely, they have been. We have a little district, midtown called Little Saigon.
Wow. In Oklahoma City.
In Oklahoma City, believe it or not.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. Even in Clinton, Oklahoma, there was kind of sad, though. I mean, I went to school with this gal in Clinton. This was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And her dad was like janitorial services. And it's like, well, what did your dad do? I mean, what? And they said, well, he was originally a general in the South Vietnamese Air Force.
Shit.
Yeah.
A general.
Yep. But I guess he was lucky to get out with his life. Captain Zed, Vietnamese came her as the climate is similar, and they've taken over the shrimping and remodeling studio business. Yeah, that's true. Houston, oh my God. Houston, Jesus. Humidity out the, yeah.
What is the modeling studio business? What the hell is that?
No idea. Captain Zed, could you tell us what the modeling studio business is? Here. No, Captain Zed, tell us what the modeling studio business is. Anytime, Cap.
Anytime, Captain.
Brothels is what Uy says. Uy, my God, that video you just did was okay. Also, I hate to shout out for another channel here, but go to Uy's video. He just did another Archie video.
Uy deserves everything he can get. He's a great guy.
God.
That guy has done. Hey, Uy, can I please put that on my channel? Ask him if I can put it on my channel.
Hey, Uy, can the Pontiff put the Archie Luxury I Love Gay Men video? Can he cross-post it? Just the intro. I could watch the video, the intro 20 times in a row. I have literally watched it 20 times in a row. Is the most, yeah. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Christopher Shea. He flew one mission out. All right. Archie does Dallas. Okay, yeah, right. Captain Zed, just a fake name. Okay, modeling studio business is basically a fake name for whorehouse, I guess. Also seen Thai massage places around. Thai is spelled T-H-A-I, but okay, awesome.
I'm very keen. America could be so cool for me.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
many people let me stay with them to reduce my housing cost.
No, I think Captain Zed and Jenny would be up for it. Okay. Okay. There's a challenge. Did you see the challenge just now in the live chat?
No. What did it say?
Fisting Minotaurs. Let's see how long it takes for the horned loser to ban me this time.
Sorry?
Let's see how long it takes for the horned loser to ban me this time. See, I got to be honest. I love fisting Minotaurs because have you ever seen the Hitler Rants videos, like the Fegelein from Hitler Rants? He's your own personal Fegelein because he has come on there so many times. You guys toss him off, and he comes back with an alias and a slightly different avatar, and you know it's him every time. And he just keeps coming back. It's just hilarious. I mean, sorry. I just every time I just see him, I'll pop up and they're like, oh, there he is. Awesome. Ask a question, Chris. Okay, Archie finally is discovered. Arch in U.S. should be swing. In U.S., Arch in U.S. should swing when he sees a pretty Asian woman. Okay? You know, I think you should do if you went to the U.S.
Yes, what's that?
Okay, hear me out. I know we're not supposed to mention other channels.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd literally show up at TGD front door with baggage and knock on the door and just film his reaction.
I see.
And do the same thing with Federico. Do that with all the other watch guys.
Mm.
And by the time you got around to Chris, that would be, come on, that would be kind of awesome.
Now, I'm just going to take a toilet break. I'll be back in a minute. You cover me, won't you, Clivey?
I will. I got it. We'll just take some questions off the board. Fisting minotaurs. I'm like herpes. I just won't go away. I mean, man, I love you. I've seriously, you've made me laugh my ass off just for as long as I've been on here. And like herpes, you mutate to survive. Christopher Shea, what was your question? Archie toilet tour. Archie the stalker. Yeah, I think it'd be, yeah. Clive, your house, no, he's not going to want to, no. He's not going to want to go to Oklahoma City. I'm not worried about that. TGV and Frederico are okay if you're average. Asked about the Grand Seco Peacock. Okay, well, we didn't know about that. I'll have to wait for him to get back because Grand Seco's not really my thing. Oi. Oh, hey, Oi, can he reuse your I Love Game In video? I'd like Archie and all other American Watch YouTubers to have a roundtable sit down and film it. Yeah. I got to be honest. I'd like that too. When the three guys got together, I kind of liked two of them. The third one I didn't care for that much for, but I did like the collaboration where they would just sit down and talk about things and discuss watches from different aspects. I like the different ideas coming together. Where is the Archie Luxury Cribs studio interior video? Okay, Lord JP, that's good. That's okay. Okay, well, thanks. I'll let him know. The name of the other channel. Much respect to us, Uwe, and Functional Doc and Fisting Minotaurs. Oh, I've shown you guys the Hauser, the Hoyer. He's done it plenty of times. Hold on. By the way, wearing pants. Of course, I don't have the ability to put it up on a big screen like Archie does, but I don't know if you can even do. Bettina Hoyer. Tag Horror. Nice. Chat won't let you at Fisting Minotaurs. The crows have stopped. How much would Archie charge to wear a TGV Squally? I'm sure there's an amount. I'm sure he'll do it. It's okay. Just we'll look it up later. I'm sure it'll be a hoot. Yeah. Thanks. Thank God that, well, yeah, you should thank God we have pants in Oklahoma. But actually, yeah. Fortunately, we all got over the assless chap stage. I am just a touch under 6 feet tall. Actually, can't believe Archie's actually taller than I am. The old Hoyers are nice. I paid Lewis. I paid Archie extra to not be in the movie. What would I buy today? Well, actually, Uberoki is on the hunt. I think he might be able to find me a Hoyer Octavia, maybe even a Speedmaster 321, but we'll see. You know, bird in hand. Well, I need to do 38 millimeter 3 wrister chronographs, vintage. Well, the thing is, I actually have access to Uberoki's pocket jeweler, who actually does chronographs quite well and actually knows his way around the old pieces pretty well. Stainless steel, okay, vintage Rolex watches, stainless steel sub box and papers for $5,300. I think we both know the answer to that question. Fist the screen, big boy. There you go. Don't forget to pound that dislike button and be sure to subscribe. What's my favorite revolver? I don't really have a favorite. I'm not really a gun guy. Much smaller pants since dieting. Well, thanks. Archie was fishing for Clyde to invite him to stay at the Oklahoma Palace. You know, no, actually, I've asked, but the warden won't allow it. No, I'm not going to. No. My God, no. Where the hell would he sleep? Okay, cool, guys. He's back. Oh, a couple of quick things. Oh, what? Uwe said thumbs up on cross-posting.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a really great video he did there.
Oh, my God, yeah. If guys, check out, subscribe to Uwe. Seriously, subscribe.
He is fantastic.
Oh, my God. How are you not in Hollywood? Uwe, did Harvey Weinstein touch you? Is that it? And I'm trying to think what the question was. What was that last guy that sent us the who's the last person that sent a super chat?
I'm not sure.
I'll have to go back and look at it. Shoot.
It was so long ago. It was so long ago, you know. Here we go. Christopher Shea.
Shea. What did Christopher Shea say?
He didn't say anything. He just said Christopher Shea, $10. Boom.
Oh, he wanted the Grand Seiko Peacock. He wants to know what you think about the Grand Seiko Peacock.
Grand Seiko Peacock. I got to be completely honest with you. How many existing watches do you have there? Because you shouldn't be buying any Seiko until you got half a dozen.
Half a dozen. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the terrible thing about life, is that it just absolutely, you got to get your watches in line there, guys. You can't just muck around. You can't muck around there. Now, just refresh me. Do you know much about Grand Seikos, Clive? I think it's a high beat. 3,600 beats per hour. I don't hate it. I like it. It's like a lot of Grand Seikos. I love it. I love Grand Seikos, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be getting it until I got a few decent watches there. The only criticism is that the holes case may look a little bit dated in today's genre of no holes case watches. That's the only picky thing. The Peacock Green, I quite like. I don't know. It's not really it's not my favorite color, but it's not my most hated color. What do you think of Grand Seiko? Would you buy one, Clive?
Possibly. I never see them come up, and of course, being the unofficial cardinal and sticking to the pontifical dictates, I only buy them used.
You only buy them
used. By the way, let me try something real quick. If I can have a moment of silence.
Sure.
Can you hear that wind or not?
Yes, I can.
I love that. That is the loudest winding watch I've ever had. And
6.5. Christopher Shee saying 6.5 for that. I don't think that's a bargain.
No.
It's a GMT watch as well. It's a GMT function watch.
So what do you think's better? What do you think's better bargain? The Grand Seiko Peacock for 6.5 or this for 5.5?
Sorry, what's your piece for 5.5? Ah, Reverso. You'd have to get the Reverso. I mean, I'd even rather get an Explorer 2 over a Peacock. That's just my opinion.
Don't you have an Explorer 2 you'd like to sell for 65?
Nah.
American?
No, I actually like the watch. No, I'm not really flipping anymore. I'm keeping what I got.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, I've really not. I was going back to comments. I really haven't kept up with them. Reverse, yeah. JLC all day. Lewis, Muppet Respectos. Yeah, Christopher Shea, the LC, Portovinic. Actually, I think the board's agreeing about the Reverso.
Yeah, I mean, someone said they wouldn't pay over 4,000 for a Grand Seiko. Yeah, I think that's sort of my opinion.
Yep, used by only. Depends on the side of the dial. Okay. Yeah, is it a bad watch? No, that's
No.
No, it's Vintage Rolex Watches says sell the IWC. 4K top seems about right, says Bishop. What's higher, a Bishop or a Cardinal?
Cardinal, isn't it?
I think so. Aren't you Catholic?
I didn't go to a Catholic school.
See, that's one thing about growing up where I did. I mean, I wasn't in high school until I figured out that there were Caucasian Catholics.
In the Catholic Church, archbishops and bishops rank below cardinals.
Okay, because cardinals have access to the Pope.
The first level is in the ordination of a deacon. The second is the ordination of a priest. And the third is the ordination of a bishop. A bishop who moves to the level of cardinal isn't ordained, but handpicked by the Pope, who also appoints bishops.
Okay, I'm Rich Bitch. Do I have a tornado bunker? No. I have never seen a tornado in my life. It pains me. It saddens me as a native Oklahoman to admit that, but never. I've looked for them. I've actually went out and tried to look for them. I never could find one. I think I have I've got a superpower to repel tornadoes. It's about the only thing I have. So if your town is being threatened by a tornado, please pay me to come out. I'll wear a cape. I'll ensure no tornadoes happen in your town. Always wanted to see one. As a matter, I mean, you know, if you get a little bit older, you think, well, what would you want your epitaph to be? And I think mine would be, more than likely, it will end up being, he wasn't as funny as he thought he was. Yeah, and you have to admit, that would be a decent epitaph, wouldn't it? If I was really lucky, it would be, look, I finally saw a tornado. Yeah, cardinals are counselors to the Pope. Cardinals get in first or fist. First. Buy a Grand Seiko that will repel women in tornadoes. Not in Kansas anymore. No, I don't live in a trailer park. You know, I do have some class and shit like that.
Have you ever lived in a trailer?
No. No, actually, I have not.
Have you ever stayed in a trailer?
We've had relatives that have before, but that's normally temporary when they're having their houses built.
I was thinking about buying a SEMA trailer. A FEMA trailer?
No, don't. I've heard too many bad stories about that. Here's a question. In Lewis, normally I don't do shit for free, but it's a good question. Why don't you bring back Satan DeVille?
Yeah, I should.
Now, explain to next. Are you a Huck Bit Shop? I have no idea what that means.
See, I was thinking about buying a trailer and going from one side to the other side of America and just sleeping in the trailer. Get an F-150.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll keep my housing costs down.
The only thing that keeps Texas from slipping off into the Gulf is that Oklahoma sucks so hard. Okay, Jody H66 must be a Texan. Fisting Minotaur says he still has a trailer parked in his parents' yard. So, okay, so what's the whole Satan DeVille concept? I mean, I've seen reference to him before, but tell us what Satan...
It was just a character. It was just a character. I was trying to get some momentum. I don't fit into the tux anymore.
That's why God made tailors. Let it out.
Yes, let it out. Okay.
Or okay, also with a trailer, nasty chemical toilets.
Nasty chemical toilets.
Yeah, Fisting Minotaurs also says that. See, actually, Fisting Minotaurs likes to fist you, but I think Fisting Minotaurs actually like it.
Yeah, I didn't like his tax joke. I didn't, because I honestly try so hard to be a good, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen. You know that I declare all my income, Google Ads, Patreons. I declare it all, guys. I make 19,000 US dollars a year.
Christopher Shade super chat. Oh, Fisting Mentor says only buy used trailer. So, okay, Christopher Shea, we're all ears. What's the question? What watches are you both thinking about now? No, I guess if anything else, actually the super evil Nazi watch probably.
Fisting Minotaur, that's fine. Apology accepted. No worries. Look, I got to be honest with you. What watches am I thinking about now? I'd like a diver. I need to get a diver next year. I got to get a diver, Clive.
Hey, how about a bowl of a diver? This is a diver.
No, luxury divers only.
What? This is an American diver. Are you saying you don't love America?
It's a great diver. I understand, but
a better way to connect with your American audience and say America, USA, in your funny Australian accent. That'd be adorable.
It would be so adorable.
Yes.
Clive, let's wrap this show up there. We've had some really good long show today. Thank you so much, audience, for joining. Let's wrap her up. And thank you.
Do we have time for one last super chat?
Sure, of course we do.
Okay, time for one last super chat. Of course, I hear Heckle and Jekyll are back in the background.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Yes, the crows.
Oh, yes.
No super chat.
Okay, that's okay.
Going once.
Guys.
You know.
Thank you, Clive. We'll cut it now. Cut.